Hello, this is Mike from RestoreYourSubZero.com. I've been doing service for about 40 years and realized that SubZero has been telling customers over the years if your unit is older, 15, 20, 30 years old, that it can't be fixed and you need to buy a new one. It's not true. So what I've done is I'm a manufacturer of evaporators for the SubZero refrigerators as well, because as most technicians and customers know, that the evaporators always have to be replaced in the refrigerator. They get pinholes in them, they corrode, and it's been seen that copper's been used, different metals have been used in the evaporators, and different metals other than 99% pure refrigeration aluminum, when you're making an evaporator, does not protect the evaporator. It actually corrodes much quicker. So I remanufactured evaporators, several models for the major, most popular refrigerators, SubZero refrigerators, and I've been selling them since 2013 around the world. Very successful, higher quality evaporator. Those are typically 15 plus years old, those refrigerators that even 10 years old, that have been needing the evaporator replaced. The problem is that customers are faced with, you can't fix it, you got to go buy a new one. $10,000, $15,000, $18,000 for a new SubZero refrigerator, and that's nonsense. These refrigerators, these older refrigerators, SubZero refrigerators, can be serviced and serviced. The parts are still available, and what I've done is come out with a restoration kit, sealed system. The sealed system is the compressor, evaporator, heat exchanger, and drier. That's what the Freon runs through, and the restoration kit is bringing, once you replace that, it brings the refrigerator right back to like almost brand new, regarding the sealed system. And that's, of course, the critical part of the refrigerator. The compressor is basically like our heart in our body. That's what pumps the Freon, the compressor is. And so I also sell all the other parts for SubZero on my website, refrigeratorpartreplacements.com. That'll be down in the comments section below. The restoration kits are very inexpensive. A lot of times service companies wanting to make a profit, some of them making much more of a profit than they need to be, are overcharging for, like, compressor, maybe $400 or $500 for the compressor, and then the evaporator, $200-300, heat exchanger another couple $100. You know, by the time you're done with all the parts, you're up about $1,200 in parts, and labor. They're quoting customers $2,000 to $4,000 for these repairs, and that's what some of the estimates that I've seen from SubZero authorized service technicians, when I've been in homes, customers have shared the estimates and over the phone of $3,000-4,000 to restore the refrigerator. That once again is just way out of the ballpark. The restoration kits are anywhere from $600 to about $900. That's all the parts: the compressor, evaporator, heat exchanger, and the dryer. I have them for the refrigerators, but I also have them for the freezers. On the website, refrigeratorpartreplacements.com, on the rebuild page, you'll see the refrigerator and the freezer kits, restoration kits. If your model's not on there, just contact me. Go to the contact email and contact me, and I'll put together the rebuild kit for you. There's no reason why you can't restore this thing and make it live another 20 years plus, and not have to remodel your kitchen and spend $10,000 to $18,000. replace the refrigerator, and then possibly, because the size dimensions of the new refrigerator, it won't fit in the same space that you have. You may have to remodel your cabinets, and then you end up getting into 10, 20. You end up remodeling the whole kitchen at $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. There's no reason to have to do this. Most of these refrigerators, or a lot of them, not most of them, but a lot of them have panel kits on them, wood panel kits that match your cabinets. So keep the refrigerator you have, the freezer, SubZero Refrigerator Freezer. Don't listen to this. If you get a quote from somebody or comments that they can't fix it, come to me. My name is Michael Riley. I'm in San Diego. I've done service for 40 years. I train technicians. I have a training school for techs. It's appliancerepairtechschool.com. I train techs the proper ways of doing the repairs with the proper parts. One of the problems that customers will run into as well as a technician come in and say that it's an R12 system and the R12 is not available. That's the Freon. It was banned in 1990s. That's true. But just like cars, cars were retrofitted right back in the 90s. ASE certified auto repair trained the techs on retrofitting them from R12 to 134A. It's a clean process. It's an easy process, and there's no issues. But SubZero and other manufacturers have put out this lie that if you change from R12 to 134A that you'll get sludging. That's not. It's nonsense. The system will not sludge if you repair it properly. You take out all the R12 components. The compressor is the major component, the key to it, because it holds oil that is not compatible with 134A. So once you replace the compressor and what other components, like in the restoration kit, the evaporator and the heat exchanger and the dryer, flush the system out, evacuate it, and recharge it. It works beautiful and very efficient. And actually, less energy is used because it's a more efficient compressor. Okay, the newer R134A compressor. So check out my website. Check out the restoration kits. One of the factors that you're going to have to overcome is, and it's not difficult to overcome it, is make sure before you buy the restoration kit that you actually get a hold of a service company, an independent service company. Let me make the parallel here for you, so there's no confusion. When we go take our car in to get repaired, most people, I know there's some people that absolutely go to the factory, like they go to Chevy dealership or Ford dealership, and have them do the repairs. But everybody knows that that's much, much more expensive. Absolutely, a lot more expensive. An alternator on a car from the dealer is $400. An alternator independent might be $165. It's not the same alternator in that case. It's a different alternator. But on these restoration kits, the independent service company will get the exact part that is supplied to SubZero. Now, I get the parts from the factory that makes the parts, or I manufacture the evaporators. So they are the exact parts. It's not like on the cars. You are getting the exact part from the factory, but it's not shipped to SubZero. SubZero's not putting it in their box with their part number on it. It's still the factory part. In the case of a compressor, it might be Embraco. It's the Embraco number before it goes to SubZero. Okay, and SubZero changes that part number to their own part number. So there's some confusion with technicians when they get the kit that oh no, that's not the right compressor. Yet it is the right compressor. It just is not in the SubZero box because it comes from the maker, the factory that makes the compressors. I get them directly from the manufacturer, not from SubZero. Okay, so they are the exact compressor, the exact components for your system. So let's clear that up right away, because I've had that issue with several technicians and not wanting to do the repair because it's not the right parts, and it doesn't say SubZero on it, and it doesn't matter. They're just not thinking out of the box that guess where that compressor came from in the first place? Came from Embraco. Embraco put it in a box for SubZero and put SubZero's part number on it. That's the only difference. It's just not in their box with their part number on it. I take it before it gets to SubZero from the factory of the compressor itself. Okay, so I wanted to clear that up. The service companies, the independent service companies, if you call SubZero Authorized service company, some of these independents need to stop using the word authorized SubZero repair, because they're not. SubZero pulled all of the contracts for warranty service and authorized servicers from everybody in the world in the last 10 years. They did the same to the parts distributors, pulled all their parts out of distribution. They won't sell at wholesale anymore. They have to control everything. So the independent service company will be the guy that, just like a car repair shop, the guy down the street in your local area that does appliance repair or does car repair. He's an independent. He doesn't work for Ford or Chevy. He doesn't work for SubZero in an appliance repair case. So get the independent. Maybe you have a guy that's done all your appliance repairs before. You're happy with him. Stick with him. And the thing that you have to let them know is that you're going to be supplying the parts to them. You're going to be buying them. You don't want to pay a higher price for parts, and you shouldn't have to. And that's why I'm supplying them at such a reasonable cost, to try to get this back to the customer so that you can get your refrigerator or freezer fixed, not have to deal with this $4,000 quote, which is halfway to a new one, and it's ridiculous, and get this refrigerator or freezer fixed without having to buy a new unit like too many service companies and SubZero definitely is telling customers. We can't fix it. You need to buy a new one. It's not true. Okay, I'm going to keep saying that because it's really important. It's unfortunate that they're doing that to the customer, trying to force them to buy a $10,000 to $18,000 new refrigerator when it doesn't need to happen, and then they have to worry about their cabinets and remodeling their kitchen. It's unnecessary. So once you find a service company, the first thing you want to tell them is, I want you to put my parts in that I'm buying from a manufacturer of the evaporators. I'm buying them directly from them. Their factory, their exact parts for that unit. And I don't want warranty on the parts, because that's what I will cover. I'll cover the warranty on the parts. Refrigerator part replacements will cover the warranty on the parts. You don't need that warranty. And that's what they will tell you, is just like if you take brake pads to a car repair independent guy, he's going to go, no, I can't put those on. I can't warranty it. Well, in this case with the refrigerator, you don't need him to warranty it. All you want him to do is install the parts properly to make it work. Okay? I personally warranty the parts. He needs to warranty his labor so that he does it properly. If he didn't, he leaves a leak. If he didn't charge it properly, whatever, he needs to come back on his warranty for his labor, because there's nothing wrong with the parts at that point. He just didn't do the labor properly. Okay? So the only labor you need, or warranty you need, is on his labor, that he does the job properly. He's experienced, he's licensed, he is qualified to do the repair. Okay? Trust your gut on this. If a service technician starts to hem and haw and just like he doesn't know what you're talking about, your gut feeling says, I don't think he knows, trust that. He doesn't, okay? But I'll put a disclaimer in there, because if you have them contact me, I'll walk him through it and find out, because I've put in thousands of them myself. Like I said, I'm a service company of 40 years as well. I now sell parts. I'll walk him through and give him tips to make sure it's a successful installation, and get rid of any fears he has about it. And I've done it many times, and very successful. There's a YouTube video of 11-hour disaster, 11-hour nightmare. I actually walked a customer that couldn't find a service company through He wanted to do the repair himself. He didn't have the tools, but he wanted to do he was mechanical. He bought all the tools, which is crazy because it's $1,000 plus. And I walked him through it, but it took 11 hours because he wouldn't listen to me. He was going to do everything in, well, wait, let me try it this way. And it was just very aggravating on my part. I stayed patient with him, but it was 11 hours to do a 2 to 3 hour job. And we did it on Zoom. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be doing that again with somebody that has never done the job before. And you don't want to either. You want somebody that does sealed systems. That's what it's called, sealed system repair. And we'll restore your refrigerator with all the sealed system parts with this restoration kit, compressor, evaporator, heat exchanger, and dryer, and get the system back to a very updated and new cooling system so that it will last another 20 years. Okay? You've got thermostats and stuff like that. They're still available. The fan motors are still available. I sell them on my site. So you can still fix this thing. If there's another issue, you can fix it. But check out my site, refrigeratorpartreplacements.com, and check out the rebuild restoration kits. And you'll see that you don't have to feel like, oh no, what are we going to do? Are we going to make the space smaller and get a smaller refrigerator? No. Just fix the one that you have there, okay? It's going to be maybe $2,000 with the parts and labor, $1,500 if the guy's honest, $1,200 if he's honest. The kit's $600 to $900. So if he gets $400, $500, $600 for labor, you're looking at $1,200 to $1,500 instead of $10,000 to $18,000 for a new refrigerator or freezer, okay? So there's a solution. I've come up with it, put this restoration kit. Nobody else has it available. It's very inexpensive, especially so you're not buying all the separate parts, and it ends up being about $1,200 or more for all the parts individually. I put it into a kit, ship it out to you. I will also give support to the technician that comes out. If you need, I'll give backup support. He can call me and ask any questions. That's part of my service. I'm not going to charge extra for that. If he wants me to walk him through a repair, there's going to be a charge. It's going to be on Zoom, okay? And we'll discuss that then. But if he knows what he's doing, and he should, that's who you want me to install it, then I'll give whatever support or questions he might have about it, and talk to him on the phone and clear up anything. So don't worry about getting rid of your refrigerator, SubZero refrigerator or freezer. Don't believe what they told you. Fix it. Contact me. I'll get you the restoration kit, and you'll be back in business, and you'll save $10,000 to $15,000 that you could use for vacation or whatever else. So I wanted to bring this out to the public and start speaking about it because I've had it out for a couple years now. I get a response here and there, but I want it to be more public because there's a lot of people out there that have been told the wrong information. They had to go out and buy a whole new one and redo the cabinets and everything else, and they don't have the money to do it. Okay, so once again, my name is Mike O'Reilly. I'm in San Diego. Refrigerator Part Replacements.com is my website. It'll be down in the comments section. And I look forward to helping you out save a bunch of money. There's no trick about this. It's a fact. And if they say anything about sludging, contact me and I'll clear it up for them. It doesn't happen. Okay? Sludging is a myth that's been pushed by SubZero and others to force people to buy a new unit. And that's only when you convert from R12 to 134A that has been brought up as an issue. And it's nonsense. It doesn't happen. I've replaced thousands in the last 30 years and never had an issue whatsoever, just like they do in the car industry. They don't have the issue. We're not going to have the issue either, okay? Because it doesn't exist. So don't believe the garbage, the lies. Fix your unit. and I'll help you find a service company that's independent, not SubZero authorized service companies. If you call them, they're going to tell you we won't install your parts. Okay? They're just going to shut you down. You need to buy a new unit. So don't bother calling them. Okay? Stay away from them. All they want to do is suck more money out of you. And I mean, that's just not fair to the customer. You have a right to fix your appliance, and the parts are available. And I've made it even much more easy to do so. Okay? All right, so take care. Subscribe and like the video if you would, and subscribe. I have constantly will have videos regarding your SubZero refrigerator and freezers that you can check out. So subscribe and like it if you liked it. I appreciate it, and we'll see you soon. Okay, thank you.